Hey there, YouTube fam. Welcome to my channel where we explore all sorts of interesting and bizarre topics. Today, we're taking a look at Egypt's new mega capital city and the role that China is playing in the project. And let me tell you, it's a story that's bigger than a pyramid and more exciting than a mummy's curse. I mean, who doesn't love a good construction project, am I right? But this one is on a whole different level. We're talking about a city that's going to be even bigger and better than Cairo. And to top it off, China is pouring a whopping $45 billion into the project. That's a lot of moolah, folks. But here's the thing. With such a massive undertaking, there are bound to be some pros and cons. So in this video, we're going to explore all the nitty-gritty details, from the impact on Egypt and the African continent, to the architecture and design of the new city, and even how it compares to ancient Egyptian cities. But let's be real, we're not just here for the serious stuff, we want to have some fun too. So, we'll also be taking a look at the challenges and obstacles that might arise during the construction process. I mean, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but what about a mega city in the desert? So buckle up and get ready for an adventure. It's going to be a wild ride, full of twists and turns. But hey, if we're lucky, maybe we'll even stumble upon a secret tomb or two. Who knows? Anything's possible in Egypt's new mega capital city. All right, folks, let's talk about the big bucks. We're not talking about the cash you found under your couch cushion. We're talking about China's whopping $45 billion investment in Egypt. I mean, that's enough money to buy a lifetime supply of pyramids. Am I right? But in all seriousness, this investment could have a huge impact on Egypt's economy. It's expected to create jobs, boost infrastructure, and promote economic growth. And let's not forget, this isn't just a one-time handout. China's investment is going to be spread out over multiple years, which means a long-term partnership between the two countries. Of course, there are some concerns about the potential downside of such a massive investment. Some worry about the possibility of a debt trap, where Egypt might become too reliant on China's money. But for now, let's focus on the positive. Who knows? Maybe this investment could even lead to a new era of pharaohs and pyramids. Only time will tell. But let's be real, this investment is a big deal. It's not every day that a country pumps that kind of cash into another. And Egypt has big plans for that money. They're not just going to blow it all on a massive gold-plated sphinx, although that would be pretty cool. No, they're going to use that money to build a brand spanking new mega capital city. This new city is going to be located east of Cairo, and it's going to be huge. We're talking about an area that's 3 times the size of New York City. And with China's investment, they're hoping to make this city a hub for business and innovation. I mean, who knows? Maybe this new city will even give Silicon Valley a run for its money. All in all, China's investment in Egypt is a big deal, and we're excited to see what the future holds. It's not every day that two countries team up to create something new and exciting. So, let's all raise a glass to this partnership and the possibilities it brings. Cheers! All right, let's get into the pros of China's involvement in Egypt's new mega capital city. First and foremost, we've got job creation. With such a massive undertaking, there are going to be tons of new job opportunities. And not just construction jobs, folks. We're talking about everything from hospitality to tech. And let's not forget, more jobs mean more money, which means a boost for the local economy. But it's not just about jobs. China's investment is also going to bring in new technology and infrastructure. This could mean better transportation, better communication, and even more sustainable energy. Who knows, maybe we'll see some high-speed bullet trains zooming through the desert, or maybe we'll see some solar panels powering the city. The possibilities are endless. And let's not forget about the potential economic growth. With a new mega capital city comes new businesses, new opportunities, and new revenue streams. Egypt is already a key player in the African economy, and with China's investment, they could become an even bigger player on the global stage. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll see a new Egyptian tech giant emerge. Move over. Silicon Valley, there's a new player in town. Now let's take a look at the cons of China's involvement in Egypt's new mega capital city. First off, there are concerns about the potential environmental impact. With such a massive undertaking, there's a risk of damaging the delicate ecosystem of the area. We don't want to see any ancient tombs or pyramids crumbling because of construction. And let's not forget, Egypt is already facing some serious environmental challenges, like water scarcity and air pollution. We don't want to make things worse. Another concern is the possibility of the project being a debt trap. Basically, this means that Egypt could become too reliant on China's money, to the point where they can't pay it back. It's like when you borrow money from your friend to buy pizza, and then they keep reminding you about it for the rest of your life. Yeah, not a good feeling. We don't want to see Egypt become beholden to China's whims, do we? And then there's the issue of transparency. Some worry that China's involvement in the project could lead to a lack of transparency and accountability. We don't want to see any shady deals going on behind closed doors. We want to make sure that everyone involved is playing by the rules and that the people of Egypt are getting a fair deal. Lastly, there are concerns about the potential cultural impact. We don't want to see a new megacity built at the expense of Egypt's rich cultural heritage. Let's not forget, Egypt is home to some of the most ancient and iconic monuments in the world. We want to make sure that those monuments are preserved and respected, and that the new city doesn't detract from their beauty and significance. After all, who wants to visit a pyramid when it's surrounded by a bunch of skyscrapers? Okay, let's talk about the impact that Egypt's new mega capital city could have on the African continent as a whole. First off, there's the potential for economic growth. With a new hub for business and innovation, we could see a ripple effect throughout the continent. Who knows, maybe we'll see new trade deals and partnerships emerge. Maybe we'll see more investment in African startups and businesses. Maybe we'll see a new era of economic prosperity for the continent. The possibilities are endless, but it's not just about the money. The new mega capital city could also have political ramifications. It could position Egypt as a key player in African politics and diplomacy. We could see a new era of cooperation and collaboration between African nations, with Egypt taking a leading role. And with China's involvement, we could see a new type of partnership emerge, one that's based on mutual respect and benefit. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a new model for international relations emerge. Maybe we'll see a world where countries work together for the greater good, rather than just looking out for themselves. The possibilities are endless. Now, let's take a step back and compare the new mega capital city to the ancient Egyptian cities that once existed in the region. First off, we have to acknowledge the sheer scale of the new city. It's going to be massive, with skyscrapers and modern infrastructure galore. But let's not forget, the ancient Egyptians were pretty good at building big things too. I mean, have you seen the pyramids? Those things are massive, and they were built without any of the fancy technology we have today. So, in terms of sheer size and grandeur, I think the ancient Egyptians might still have the upper hand. But there's more to a city than just its size. The ancient Egyptian cities were more than just architectural marvels. They were cultural centers, with art, literature, and religion at their core. They were places of learning and discovery. And while the new mega capital city might have all the modern amenities we could ask for, it remains to be seen whether it will be a place where culture and creativity can thrive. Will it be a place where artists and thinkers can gather and share ideas? Will it be a place where the ancient traditions of Egypt can be honored and preserved? Only time will tell. Well, that's a wrap on today's video, folks.